Suella Braverman has been sacked. It comes after the Home Secretary defied the Prime Minister and launched a furious rant on the policing of the Pro-Palestine March. Number 10 sources confirmed Rishi Sunak asked her to leave the government on Monday. Ms Braverman was accused of inspiring ugly clashes between police and counter-demonstrators at the Cenotaph. A string of cabinet colleagues distanced themselves from her comments as critics demanded her sacking. This morning, a top Tory conceded Ms Braverman shouldered some of the blame for the violence. Armed Forces Minister James Heappey said it would be wrong to say the ugly scenes were entirely a consequence of what she said. Ms Braverman also attracted criticism for an unauthorised article for Thursday's Times, in which she claimed there was, quote, a perception that senior police officers play favourites when it comes to protesters, end quote, and were tougher on right-wing extremists than pro-Palestinian mobs. This was blamed by police and Labour for helping inflame tensions which saw far-right groups battle police near the Cenotaph on Saturday. Mr Heappey told Times Radio, quote, I wouldn't have used some of the words that the Home Secretary used in her article, but I also think that it would be incorrect to say that those protests, the counter-protests, were entirely a consequence of what she wrote. The government admitted Ms Braverman's article had not been cleared by Downing Street. In the incendiary piece, the former Home Secretary added tension around the march on Armistice Day by pro-Palestinian groups and the risk of counter-protests. The PM's official spokesman told reporters on Thursday Number 10 was looking at the incident and said, quote, it was not agreed by Number 10. It was not cleared by Number 10. A string of cabinet ministers had refused to endorse Ms Braverman's comments, with the Tory Chancellor Jeremy Hunt saying, quote, the words that she used are not words that I myself would have used. Boris Johnson's former Director of Communications, Guto Harry, also told the Times Radio that Ms Braverman seems to be, quote, behaving as if she wants to be sacked on this occasion. He said, quote, this is not something that she was bounced into saying. This was not something that was dropped in the heat of the moment. She wasn't trapped. This was written in cold blood, bounced to and from Number 10. And I used to oversee that process of approval, and it will have gone under the noses of a number of people and gone back and all that. And then it's sent in cold blood in plenty of time to be, edited and put on the page with the time. So she knew exactly what she was doing. So who has replaced Suella? In a surprising twist, David Cameron has become the 15th former Prime Minister to serve in a later government led by someone else. In a move which raised eyebrows across Westminster, Mr Cameron was seen in Downing Street on Monday morning and was later appointed as Foreign Secretary by Rishi Sunak. In a statement posted on X, he said that he gladly accepted the role when offered it by the Prime Minister.